Ask y'all, what is y'all favorite signature shoe? And Jaden said his favorite signature shoe is the LeBron Soldier 10s. I love these shoes, but when I tried them on because I wanted a pair, they were too narrow for my feet, man. And I can't be making cuts on the court and have my feet hurting and stuff. So even though I really like the shoe, I'll never be able to own a pair. Would you rather have Carmelo Anthony or Dwight Howard? Easily Carmelo Anthony. I don't understand this notion that Carmelo Anthony is washed because Carmelo can still score the ball. He is one of the best scorers in NBA history. Let's get that straight. And I know he's getting up there in age, so he's not as effective, but he still averaged 22 points per game last year. It was on a bad team, but it's still 22. I would not build my team around Carmelo, but I would have Carmelo on my team as a second option, a third option. Basically what Houston would want to do if they got Melo, or Cleveland if they were somehow going to pull off a trade to get Melo. I wouldn't want him being my first option, but definitely a guy that can help the team. Dwight Howard, he's getting to the point where he's not as effective as he used to be. I know last year he had a pretty solid season. It's like 13-13. And even then, it's not the Dwight we know from years ago. He was an MVP candidate a couple years ago. Let that sit in. MVP candidate a couple years ago. But I wouldn't say he's washed either, but if I had to pick between the two, I'm picking Melo. Would you rather have Draymond Green or Klay Thompson? I would rather have Klay Thompson strictly because of the scoring ability that Klay Thompson provides. Now, I love Draymond Green. I think Draymond Green is an amazing basketball player. People that say that Draymond Green is overrated or he doesn't deserve to be an all-star aren't really watching games. They're looking at numbers, right? And not even like advanced numbers. You're looking at points per game and stuff like that. That doesn't tell the tale of how effective and how great Draymond Green is. He's a great defender. He's a great passer. And I feel like he's just a great leader altogether. But I look at him as just like a glue piece. Yes, he's good, but I cannot imagine Draymond Green having his own team and that team being successful. You know what I mean? Because he's not going to give you 20 points per game, you know? With Klay Thompson, if we were to take Klay Thompson off the Warriors and put him on some other team, he can still give you 20 points per game. And that's what I need. If I'm building around this player, I need a guy that I know can carry the offensive load. And Draymond Green just isn't that. Would you rather have Kyrie Irving or Kevin Love? Easily Kyrie Irving. But this is about to turn into something different than Kyrie versus Kevin. We're going to talk about the Kyrie situation. Personally, I understand why Kyrie Irving would want to leave Cleveland. I understand it. He doesn't want to be seen as that second option. He wants a team of his own. I can respect it. Do I think it's a smart idea? Nah, but I can respect the idea of him wanting to have a team to himself. Or even if that's not the case, some people just believe that he doesn't want to play with LeBron no more. There's this clip where the reporter asked Kyrie Irving about LeBron being a father figure in the locker room, and he said,
"Parental role? Honestly, I'm he's I don't know how to really answer that question. He's been a great leader for us. I have one father. That's my dad, Reddick Irving.
Yeah, he doesn't see LeBron as a father figure. I don't know. It's a weird situation. Cleveland, to be honest with you, their front office is not that great. They lucked out with getting Kyrie Irving because LeBron left. First of all, they lucked out getting LeBron. Then they lucked out with getting Kyrie. Luckily, LeBron felt like he owed the city something. But the front office is bad. Low key though, because they win is low key. That front office is a mess. So I would understand on that point too that Kyrie wants to get out. Back to the question: would I rather have Kyrie or K-Love? Give me Kyrie easily. Would you rather have Ricky Rubio or JJ Reddick? That is such a weird question because these guys are kind of like opposites. Ricky Rubio, great playmaker, great defender. JJ Reddick, not a great playmaker, not a great individual defender, but can shoot the ball incredibly. And Ricky Rubio is not a shooter whatsoever. So I think for this question is really, what am I looking for my team? You know, like, okay. Oh, this is be tough. I'm guessing I'm going with JJ Reddick because it's something about JJ Reddick that equals playoffs. He has never missed the playoffs in his NBA career. That may change. He's a Philly, but the East is weak and Philly looks maybe okay. So maybe that streak continues in Philly, but I'm going to use that as the only reason why I'm picking JJ over Rubio, because JJ makes it to the playoffs and Ricky Rubio, nah, he hasn't. Would you rather draft a bust or get a player who retires because of injuries? Give me option B, a player that retires because of injuries, because people don't usually come out the gate being extremely injury prone, except for guys like Greg Oden. Well, we knew in college that he was struggling with injuries. But guys like Tracy McGrady in this picture, or Derrick Rose, who's not retiring because of injuries, but you know, he was amazing until the injuries. Players like that, at least they can be effective until the injury hits. I just believe that Derrick Rose did a lot for the city of Chicago when he was MVP, something that can't be matched, you know? So if I could just bring that for a couple years before injuries take somebody's career, I'll take that over a bust, because the butts aren't putting butts. A bust isn't putting butts in the seats. Nobody's coming to see Anthony Bennett, but a player that gets injured, people were coming to see Derrick Rose. We were there. Not me, believe it or not. Chicago fan, been in Chicago all my life. Never watched D Rose play live in the arena. Never. I was just too broke. I ain't had the tickets. I ain't had the money for them tickets. Them tickets were expensive. Those Bulls teams were good, and because of that, your boy didn't have money. Okay. I'll see him play this year though in Cleveland somehow, some way. Would you rather have Kevin Love or Andrew Wiggins? Dang, K-Love, I'm picking on you again because we're picking Wiggins on this one. And the reason I'm picking Wiggins over Love, if I'm, again, in the process of building a team, I know when Wiggins is young soul, he's a young person, right? He still has potential to be better. And I don't like the idea of picking a team based off potential, but Wiggins' defensive potential is through the roof. He hasn't even showed that he's a good defender, but we know he can be an amazing defender. I think this year in real life, we're going to see that because he has Thibs. Now, I know he had Thibs last year and their team was still bad defensively, but now he has a guy like Jimmy Butler, who is a wing player that came from the same system that he is in right now and one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. He's going to get Wiggins to defend. He's going to get Wiggins to defend. Mark my words on that. Kevin Love has reached his max potential. It may not be this year, or like a couple years ago when he was averaging 20 plus in Minnesota. Those were prime Kevin Love years. You're not going to get a Kevin Love that's better than what he is now. With Wiggins, we still don't know his cap. Would you rather have a young injury-prone player or a veteran player? Give me the vet, because at least I know the vet can be effective. Injury-prone can mean anything. It can mean that you missed 20 games. It can mean you missed the entire season. A vet, if he's not injury-prone, can at least provide something for you. So give me the vet, and we'll put young pieces around him. But a young injury-prone player, that's scary. That's scary. Joel Embiid is scary for me because I'm not completely sure he'll ever stay healthy. He's going to have to show me. For me to become a big Joel Embiid fan, I need to see him on the court for more than 31 games, you feel? So this season is going to mean a lot for me and my fandom towards Joel Embiid. Would you rather have Michael Jordan or Bill Russell? MJ. Bill Russell was great. He was the ultimate teammate. 11 rings. But MJ was the ultimate player. 6 rings, right? I think, this is relevant because MJ said a couple days ago that he thinks Kobe's better than LeBron because 6 is better than 3. Is that what he said? 5 is better than 3 is what he said. And then somebody replied to that, 11 is better than 6. The logic that rings equal greatness is ridiculous to me, by the way. Robert Horry. In that case, Robert Horry is better than MJ because he has more rings, right? That's irrelevant. But okay, if I'm picking between Bill Russell and Michael Jordan, I'm picking I'm picking Michael Jordan. Whoa. I'm picking Michael Jordan just because he's the GOAT. Oh, how can you pick something different than the GOAT, all right? Would you rather have PG-13, Harden, Westbrook, and KD, or the Warriors' Big Four? How is KD going to be on both teams? How is KD going to be on both teams? I don't understand it. I don't. Dude, I don't know, because super teams don't always they are always successful. Imagine Russell Westbrook and James Harden being on the same team. Now, I know they played together years ago before James Harden was amazing. Those are two guys that want the ball in their hands. And to an extreme rate. Both of their usage rates were incredible this season. And it's going to be fun because both of them added a player that likes the ball too. Russell Westbrook now has PG-13, and now James Harden has Chris Paul. So it's going to be fun. But all this together, I don't know if that would gel, to be honest with you. I know for sure that Warriors team gelled because they won a championship. Easily won a championship at that. So I'll go with that, I guess. It's still, is KD guarding KD? That makes no sense. Would you rather have the best player or 2 of the top 10? Wow. I think I would rather have the best player. Yeah, I would rather have the best player. In this situation, right, the pictures are Kevin Durant and Steph Curry. That's not 2 out of top 10. That's 2 out of top 5 players in the league. If that was the case, I'm picking a 2 out of 5. I mean, but 2 out of 10 can mean you get the 9th and the 10th best player in the league. That's not enough to beat LeBron. Nah, man. And think about it. Think about it back in MJ's days. Was Pippen a top 10 player in the league when they were winning like that? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But something in my mind tell me he wasn't a top 10 player because the 90s were stacked too. He wasn't a top 10 player. He may have been top 15, but guess what? They won 6 rings because they have the best player and somebody else that's, I don't know. This is a really loaded question. I like this one. I like this one a lot. But I guess my gut's saying go with the best player. So bring me LeBron, bring me the MJs, and we'll fight off the world, I guess. I'm so sorry for the disrespect to Scottie Pippen. Apparently he was the 5th best player of the 90s. Some fan I am. Okay. I don't know then. I don't know. That last question, something I got to think about. But yeah, okay, he was the 5th best player of the 90s. And of course, who else but MJ at number 1. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I got to think of a question. Your boy's running out of questions, man. It's been like a month we've been doing this. I think we've done this before, but let's throw it back to it because we did it very early. If you could switch bodies with any NBA player, who would it be? And tell me why. Thank y'all so much for watching. Peace.
Can't wait for them vests and them Rarries. They didn't let flex in a party. No, you can't get in my section, I'm sorry. They thinking I'm stressing but hardly. Smoke on my chest like I'm Marley. Start on me, bitch, I'm a flex in a heartbeat. Bitch, I'm a flex in a hobby. 100 the gang, we the mob, we the army. Can't wait for them vests and them Rarries.